5 things women think are normal but are actually trauma responses. Many women unknowingly live with trauma responses, mistaking them for personality traits or normal behavior. These responses often stem from past emotional wounds, conditioning, or survival mechanisms learned in difficult situations. If you relate to any of the following, it may be time to reflect on whether these behaviors are serving or harming you. 1. Over-apologizing for everything, even when not at fault. Many women say "I'm sorry" excessively, even when they haven't done anything wrong. This can come from a history of being blamed for things unfairly or feeling responsible for keeping the peace. If you grew up in an environment where you were made to feel like a burden or constantly had to avoid upsetting others, apologizing might have become second nature. The problem is that it can lower your confidence and make others take advantage of you. Instead of apologizing reflexively, try replacing it with gratitude. For example, instead of saying, "Sorry for bothering you," say, "Thank you for your time." 2. Struggling to accept compliments or praise. If you find yourself brushing off compliments, downplaying your achievements, or feeling uncomfortable when someone praises you, this may be a trauma response. Women who were criticized growing up or taught to be humble to the point of self-neglect often struggle with this. They may feel unworthy of recognition or fear that accepting praise will make them seem arrogant. Learning to accept compliments with a simple thank you can be a powerful step toward self-worth. 3. Feeling guilty for setting boundaries. Many women feel selfish or mean when they say no. If you were raised to be a people pleaser, or if your boundaries were repeatedly ignored, standing up for yourself may feel wrong. However, boundaries are essential for mental well-being. If you feel guilty for setting limits, remind yourself that protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's necessary. A simple shift in mindset, such as viewing boundaries as a way to strengthen relationships rather than push people away, can help ease the guilt. 4. Over-explaining to avoid conflict. Do you find yourself giving long explanations for simple decisions? This can be a trauma response rooted in the fear of being misunderstood, criticized, or punished. If you've had relationships where your decisions were constantly questioned, you may feel the need to justify yourself. The truth is, you don't owe everyone an explanation for your choices. A simple no, "Thank you" or "I prefer this" is often enough. 5. Prioritizing others' needs while neglecting their own. Many women put everyone else first and only take care of themselves when they have nothing left to give. Society often praises women for being selfless, but when taken to the extreme, this is a sign of trauma. If you were taught that your worth comes from serving others, it can be hard to put yourself first. However, self-care isn't selfish, it's necessary for long-term well-being. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you recognize yourself in any of these, remember, healing starts with awareness. Prioritizing your mental health and setting healthy boundaries is not just okay, it's essential.